Hey guys, welcome to another episode of, I don't know, I guess it's called the Dustin Show episode, Who Gives a Shit? Uh, this one's entitled Karma Schmarma, aka You're So Vain, You Probably Think This World Is About You. Um, as you can quickly guess, I don't believe in karma, among other things. There's different kinds of belief of karma. One is just the idea of reincarnation. Um, if you're an a-hole in this life, you'll be like a caterpillar's nutsack in the next one. I don't know. But it's like, no matter what you do, it's okay, because the universe is going to get justice on you in the next life. Even though in your next life, you won't know why bad things are happening to you, and you'll have no memory of the times that you deserved all these bad things now. Uh, then there's the more kind of modern pseudo-hippie version, which is if you're bad to me, the world's going to come get you. You'll see. You can't hide from karma. Karma's a bitch, and what goes around comes around. Um, to quickly sum up my view towards both of those concepts, excuse me, um, bullshit! What are you, bonkers? What goes around comes around? Have you looked at the world around you? Are you unaware that there are bad guys that do in fact get away with it and die happy? And that there are nice, honest people that have terrible lives and die miserable? Or I'm supposed to believe that no, that's okay, because in their next life, that's when justice is going to get them. How convenient that your beliefs regarding justice are completely improvable. How convenient for you that you've set it up to where I can't prove that you're wrong. That way you just get to keep snuggling with your belief that everything, one way or another, at some point in time, will be fair. Because people are so weak, they think that things have to be fair in order to get by in their life. But life doesn't have to be fair. Nothing owes you justice. The universe doesn't owe you fairness. And with a lot of people, it's like, oh, I'm too cool to believe in something called God, but the universe is watching out for me. Sorry guys, that is the same thing. You're acting as if your thought process has evolved past religion. It has not. You're just not giving it a real name. You're still believing in an invisible, improvable entity that cares about you. And whether you want to admit it or not, it is pure vanity. Vanity at its purest. The universe cares about me because I'm special. Why else would the universe care about me? The universe is watching my life, and if something doesn't go right, it'll make sure it's paid back later because the universe cares about me. Why would the universe care about you or me? We're shit to the universe. Even if the universe was some kind of thinking entity, it would have no reason to care about the little specks, pointless specks of dust known as humanity. If the universe is a conscious being, you know what you probably are to it? Imagine a fart that you farted when you were 2 years old that you can't remember. Sure, you know it existed, but it meant nothing to you. That is what you are to the universe. Heck, that's probably what you are just to the planet you're on. People have low self-image, low self-esteem, they are vain, and they have a lack of self-confidence. So they require invisible things to love them, and invisible things to watch over them, and invisible judges and jurors and executioners to make sure justice is served in their lives, because they weren't raised to do those things for themselves. They didn't grow up thinking that they had value. They didn't grow up with enough people that were right in front of their eyes teaching them that they had value, that they mattered, that they were responsible. So they put all that power into the universe. And on top of the concept of karma being extremely vain, I almost think it's immoral. I think the ancient beliefs of karma came people looking at children born without arms, without legs, or with arms and legs that weren't functioning. They weren't smart enough, they weren't educated enough to understand that sometimes DNA just doesn't form right, that fetuses just don't form right sometimes. And a lot of babies come out all messed up. So they saw these babies and said, goodness, no creator would ever, just do this to be mean or do it on purpose. Oh, there must be other lives. They must have deserved this. So, since they were just born and something bad just happened to them and they deserved it, it must have happened in a different life. Oh, that's how we'll make ourselves feel better about the tragedies that surround us. We'll assume it's all part of a plan and that people, in some way, deserved it. It's also a way to dodge guilt, to dodge responsibility. Oh, everything I'm doing, well, it must be fate. Oh, I decided to do this bad thing to you. Karma, man. You did that thing I didn't like before, so, oh, yeah, this is karma. It's not me. It's the universe. That's just how things were meant to play out. I'm just a pawn in it. I'm helpless. We train ourselves to dodge responsibility. Like I said before, we get tricked into becoming spectators in our lives. We dodge guilt and we dodge responsibility and we act like, hey, this life of ours, I've got no control in it, man. It's all predestined. If you really think it's all predestined, if you're married and your spouse hits you or cheats on you with a dozen people, I assume you are not going to get the least bit angry, sad, or hurt because it wasn't their doing. It must have been part of fate. They can't go against fate. And if those bad things were done to you, you must have done something bad in your past life. Sorry, guys. Sometimes justice isn't served. You have to be okay with that. You have to make yourself okay with the thought that sometimes bad things happen to the wrong people and sometimes good things happen to the wrong people and they die with things never being put right. It just happens. Some things suck. Some people's lives suck. Some children starve to death in front of their parents. Some kids are raped by clergy members and family members. Sometimes life just sucks. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. But no one wants to, they're not okay with things being bad. It has to be a reason so I can be okay. No, there's a reason all these bad things are happening to me. Well, yeah, it's because someone did them. It doesn't have to be a cosmic reason for everything. Just to recap, believing that there's a cosmic reason for everything that happens to you is really just extremely vain. Because once again, the universe doesn't have to give a shit about you, and it has no reason to give a shit about you. You have to give a shit about you. That is no one's job but yours. If other people give a shit about you, that's wonderful. That'll make you feel even stronger. But the core responsibility of your morals, your self-esteem, and how you feel about yourself is on your shoulders. Not the world's, not society's, not the stars. It's on you. You want to be happy? Get happy. Your life sucks? Try to change it. It's on you. Take responsibility.